Welcome to Better View. In this video, we are going to do a quick revision of protein digestion and fat digestion in ruminant animals. Okay, so when we are giving any type of feed to a ruminant animal like cattle, buffalo, sheep, and goat, the protein content of that feed is classified into two components: rumen digestible and rumen undigestible. Okay, so rumen digestible protein is that component which is digested by the rumen microbes. Okay, while the rumen undigestible protein part is not digested by the microbes, and it will leave the rumen undigested, and the digestion process will occur in the small intestine by proteolytic enzymes which are present in the succus entericus and pancreatic juice. Okay, so the digestion process is like this: the protein from the diet will enter the rumen. Okay, in the rumen digestible proteins are digested by the extracellular proteases of the microorganisms that are present in the rumen. Okay, and they are converted into peptides and then amino acid. And this amino acid are used by the organism themselves to produce microbial protein. Okay, so what are the bacteria or microorganisms that are present in the rumen which have this activity? So we have bacteroids, Butyrivibrio, Megasphaera, Selenomonas, and Succinivibrio. Okay, you have to remember these names. These are the bacteria that convert whatever rumen digestible protein is there to microbial protein. And what is the benefit of this thing? Okay, so the benefit is that in case of ruminant animal, we are not concerned with the quality of the protein. Rather than that, we are just concerned with the quantity of the protein in terms of the nitrogen content of the feed. Okay, so in case of ruminant animals, we talk about DCP, digestible crude protein, and it is calculated in terms of nitrogen that is present in the feed. And why this is important? Because in case of monogastric animals, we have something called essential amino acids which cannot be synthesized in the body. But in case of ruminant animal, there are absolutely zero essential amino acids. Why? Because the microbial protein has sufficient amount of all the essential amino acids. Okay, amino acids which are essential for the monogastric animal, they are all present in the microbial protein. Okay, but the ruminant animal will not get the protein that you are using in the feed. Okay, so if you are using very high quality protein, then it is getting wasted. So this is one disadvantage for the farmer, but for the animal, the advantage is that there are no amino acids which are absolutely essential for the animal. Okay, everything is provided by the microorganisms. Okay, and the microbial protein will then enter into the small intestine, where just like the rumen undigestible protein, it will get digested by the proteolytic enzymes. Okay, and then it will be converted into amino acids and absorbed through the small intestine. Okay, one important thing that is present in rumens and it is absent in monogastric animals is the protein regeneration cycle or the urea regeneration cycle. Okay, so what is this cycle? So see, in case of ruminant animals, as I said, there's no need of actual protein. Okay, the microorganisms which are responsible for microbial protein production, they only require nitrogen. So if we give something that has nitrogen but it is not actually protein, that substance can be used as a source of protein in case of ruminants, right? And such things are called as NPN, non-protein nitrogen. Okay, and the most common non-protein nitrogen that we see in animal feed is urea. So you can give 1% urea in feed. So the 1% of the diet of the animal can be urea to compensate for protein in the diet. Okay, if you increase the amount of urea, then there will be toxicity. But if it is 1 or less than 1%, then there's no chance of toxicity, and the microbes will utilize the urea present in the feed to convert it to proteins. Okay, so there's one thing that is related to this feature, and that is protein regeneration cycle. So what is protein regeneration cycle? So the microbes will consume the urea, produce the microbial protein. This microbial protein is digested in the small intestine to amino acids, and then the amino acids are absorbed, and then they are used to form proteins in the body. And when these proteins have done their function and they are catabolized, so what is the end product of the protein metabolism? It is urea, and this urea will go to the liver. Okay, and liver will send it to kidney for excretion, which is same in monogastric animals. But the unique thing about ruminants here is that the liver will what we can say, it will transport some amount of urea to salivary gland. Okay, so the saliva of the rumen ruminant animals have urea in it. And what will happen when they are chewing the food and then they swallow the food? So along with this food, the saliva is also entering into the rumen, and this saliva has urea in it. So this urea will act as a source of NPN. Okay, and this urea will again form microbial protein. Okay, so basically we are regenerating the protein using this urea. So protein in feed is converted to urea in the body by metabolism, and then this urea is again via the saliva enters into the rumen, where it is again converted to protein. Okay, so protein to urea, urea to protein, this kind of cycle takes place in ruminant animals. So the efficiency of protein metabolism is very high. Okay, so this is it for the protein digestion part. Now let us come to ruminant fat digestion. Okay, so in case of ruminants, one thing that you have to remember is that the unsaturated fats are toxic to microbes present in the rumen. Okay, so the fats which are being fed to the ruminant animal will get converted into saturated fats. Okay, so we have fats from the diet, then the microbes will release the enzymes esterase and lipases, and they will cause the hydrolysis of fats. Okay, then we have release of fatty acid, and these fatty acids are of two types: saturated and unsaturated. So the unsaturated fatty acid are toxic for the microbes, so they are converted to saturated fatty acid by a process called lipid biohydrogenation. Biohydrogenation of unsaturated fatty acid will produce saturated fats in the rumen. Okay, then this fatty acid will go into the small intestine and it will be absorbed in the lacteals of the villi in the form of chylomicrons. Okay, and then this chylomicron will, via the portal circulation, transport the fatty acid to the liver, where the lipid biosynthesis of the fatty acids will occur. Okay, then there's fourth important thing in fat digestion of ruminants. It is the metabolism of phytal to phytanic acid. Okay, so the chlorophyll that is present in the green part of the plants, it has phytal, and this phytal is converted to dihydrophytal and then finally phytanic acid to be utilized by the animal. Okay, so this is it for the fat digestion and protein digestion in ruminant animals. I hope you liked this video. If so, hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.